It's not for kids. It's a true story. I won't say exactly where it was or use names. This happened around 2004 or 5. I was in college and lived with my much older boyfriend in a 4-room apartment complex. It had 2 shared bathrooms, one between each 2 rooms. It has 1 shared kitchen in the middle of each building. It was the cheapest place in the college town to live. Cars were broken into and slumlord management, etc. I think we paid $450 a month for that room back then. For the northernmost part of the West Coast, it was cheap back then. Typical tweaker town, poverty, no jobs, etc. There was a peculiar lady who lived in the bedroom catty corner from us, and I guess she was around 55, but she could have been 70. I didn't know how old, but her Beatles posters clued me into her generation. She wouldn't say her age, actually. Anyway, she was on disability and basically laid in bed all day surrounded by old dusty knickknacks and watched old movies, like black and white movies. She was sick with a stomach thing, headaches, and mental issues. My boyfriend helped her with a few things, and she ended up talking to me a few times about her sad life. He wasn't the greatest guy and told me he talked her into giving him a pain pill. So she must have been sick, but then again, pain pills were common in the early 2000s. Prescribed by doctors who felt sorry for people in any type of pain. I never heard an actual named disease or condition. She told us about the adult daughter she never saw, and parents who hated her but paid her rent. Anyway, months passed and I one day noticed the windshield of her car was smashed. A day later, she was giving away things by setting them near her car with a free sign. When I asked her, she seemed ambivalent to the broken windshield. I was pretty ambivalent to her because she tended to talk too long and sort of trap you in conversation. Needless to say, I avoided her. I never saw her in the kitchen. She mostly just bought liters of soda and donuts, Twinkies, which she had laying around her room. She was super skinny too, even though all she ate was junk food, probably malnourished. So Halloween night was very close then. On the big party night, I was drinking a shot of vodka in the kitchen before the party when she came into the shared kitchen and began asking if she could have a shot, and I obliged. My boyfriend was a lightweight and already passed out from 2 shots, so he was useless. Otherwise, I would have left him with her to, talk with her. She was an older lady, and at the time, I trusted that someone older than me knew how to handle alcohol. I had no reason not to share on a holiday, as I was jolly and excited to go out. After a few shots together, I went to leave and she asked if she could come along with me. I was only 19 and was looking to hook up with friends and thinking that this old toothless lady would not be fun to babysit. Plus, she's in a nightgown, an old-fashioned nightgown, like a little rich girl in white lace. She acted odd, not just drunk, but also like she believed she was my peer and didn't understand why I wanted to go alone. Anyway, I was irritated by her and just wanted to leave. Big mistake. This is the part I regret. I left her. I gave her the rest of the bottle as I felt bad. I made an excuse I can't recall and left in a hurry. The party was okay and I crashed when I got home around 3 to 4 a.m. About 4 days after Halloween, neither my boyfriend or I had seen her. One day as I pulled up from work, an ambulance and hazmat truck were in front of our apartments. It turned out the poor woman had taken an entire bottle of her pain pills and drank the entire bottle that I'd left her with. Then she locked herself in a room. At the last minute, she tried to crawl to the door and get out, and was going to vomit up the pills. She died against the door. The EMTs had to yank the inner door off inside the kitchen because she was stuck up against it. She was gone when I came in, but there were stains on the kitchen floor from her being removed. Like stains that smelled and were obviously body fluids. I cleaned it up with bleach as I felt responsible. At the moment I was mopping, her super elderly parents showed up. They didn't say a word to me, but the look they gave me was nothing less than pure hatred. Like it was my fault she lived in this crappy slum. Or maybe they thought I was white trash, as the woman told me all the time she was from a rich family. They went into her room and closed the door. I felt bad and still will for a long time. Regardless of how physically and mentally ill she was, I wish I'd not given her that vodka. I didn't know anything about adult protective services or reporting self-neglect of disabled folks back then either. From now on, I pay special attention to individuals' mental states and try to help when I can. I had no idea giving away your stuff and acting manic were weird at that age. If anyone acts odd, just call the cops for a welfare check. It would have saved her life. For as long as it could, at least.